Good morning, I'm Steve Forbes and this is 90 at 9 brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, the latest dairy price results have seen prices drop 5% in New Zealand dollar terms. It puts dairy prices back to where they were in February this year. The situation wasn't helped by the New Zealand dollar, which was 2% higher than where it was at the last auction. While in the US, President Donald Trump's latest move to slap a 5% tariff on imports from Mexico doesn't appear to be going down well with automakers. Toyota, which assembles vehicles in Mexico, has told US dealers the new duties could cost its major suppliers up to $1 billion. US automaker GM has also signalled its concerns with the US government's latest move as it could affect its supply chain. While in the UK, US President Donald Trump has promised Britain a phenomenal trade deal after Brexit, despite the fact there were no details on what it would involve. But despite Trump's optimism, a new US Commerce Department report released on Tuesday shows new orders for US-made goods fell in April and shipments dropped by the most they have in the last 2 years. The new data shows the ongoing weakness in the country's manufacturing activity that could hurt the broader economy. Some economists believe the slowing economy, coupled with the ongoing Chinese-US trade war, could force the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates later this year. While in Europe, the China-US trade war is weighing on minds there too, with German 10-year government bond yields falling to an all-time low on Monday. Berenberg Bank chief economist Holger Schmieder says the main factors pulling down yields are persistently low inflation, global trade tensions, and mounting expectations that the US Federal Reserve will cut rates in September. In China, the government has issued a warning to its citizens travelling to the US, citing harassment of its citizens, as well as ongoing shootings and crime in the states. It is expected to threaten some US luxury goods manufacturers and shows the trade war is continuing to escalate by the day. While closer to home, the Reserve Bank of Australia announced on Tuesday that it was cutting its cash rate by 25 basis points to 1.25%. The board said it made the decision in a bid to support employment growth and provide greater confidence that inflation will be consistent with its medium-term target. Both CBA and NAB responded by cutting their floating mortgage rates by 25 basis points. The US 10-year yield has recovered somewhat overnight and is now at 2.13%. However, their rate curves are not tightening at this point, with the 2 to 10-year curve now at 25 basis points and their negative 1 to 5-year curve at 24 basis points. Gold is up again, but only by a minor amount, now at $1,326 an ounce. US oil prices are still down but have stopped falling, so are still at just under $53 a barrel. The benchmark is now at $62 a barrel. The Kiwi dollar opens today firmer again. It is now at 66.1 US cents. On the cross rates, we're unchanged at 94.45 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're firmer at 58.7 euro cents, and the TWI5 is now at 70.8 and a 1 month high. I'm Steve Forbes, and that was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.